channel. Welcome to the show. I thought I would do a nice little ad hoc morning show video today, so I thought we'd bung in alive. It's going to be one of them funny weekends where we're out and about doing different bits, and I just thought I'd tune in and see who's up and around at the moment, see who's actually about on an early Saturday morning, or it is in the UK anyway. So how are you? Hope you're enjoying things. On a note, we've got the old cuppa. We've got a different one today, different cup today as we normally do. Don't forget, you know, this is the home of the cuppa. So, but yeah, I thought we'd just do a little ad hoc kind of live just to see who's about. We may not be on too long. We'll see who pops in, if anyone pops in or not. And yeah, so I'm just all up, just got sorted and ready to go. Obviously we're out today on another little, not a journey with the channel, but just a journey with the family. So, but yeah, if you're watching on playback, thank you for watching. And morning Ruth, how are you? Good to see you're up early. Well, say early, what was it, just gone 9, so. Oh, shared on Facebook, thank you. That's really good of you. Now, we'll go through a few things today as well. Now, I've got an X account that I've been toiling for weeks and weeks and weeks. Whether that's worth really holding on to or not. I don't really do a lot on there too much, mainly because I don't really get a lot back. So, just popped on, going to take it. Yeah, no, that's fine, Ruth. You pop in and out, not a problem at all. Really nice of you to come in and give me a little look. Yeah. So I've got this X account, which I'm toiling at the minute whether to actually just close the account, because I don't really. It's just really seeing what other people's opinion on X is. Really, I even found when it was Twitter, it kind of seems to be a place you go if you're popular or if you're famous or a celeb. It seems to be if you go on yourself, you don't really, you know, unless you say something controversial, and you know we can't do that now. It just seems to be that you don't really get anywhere on it. So at the moment, I'm gonna see how we go this weekend, but I've got this feeling I think I'm gonna close my account on X. I don't really, like I said, it's getting like next to no sort of views or traction, so I don't really see any relevance of being on there. So that was one of my little ones, but you know, I'm putting it out there to you guys. What are your comments? What do you think about X? As a mediocre, really small person in the world, is it really worth being on? You know, you got to watch what you comment on nowadays anyway. You can't seem to sort of say anything, can you? So you just don't. But there, just my thoughts anyway. But looking at it on the channel side, I would imagine certainly by Sunday that I think my X account will be closing down, because it's like I said, it's not really getting used, and it's not drawing anything in anyway. So, but there, that's one thought for the day anyway. So, oh, but yeah, I thought I'd like I said, do an early morning show just to see who's out and about and see what people are up to over the weekend. I'm going to try and see if I can get out and do some filming tomorrow. I'd like to. I just want to see what we've got planned. So, so possibly tomorrow, I may get out and get some filming done. So, again, you get that lull where you think you're getting a bit behind. It's good to see some people have been looking at the videos that I did last week. I suppose you can say last week now, can't you? Now we're at the weekend. And yeah, it was again, I don't know, videos seem to be going really slow again at the moment. So I don't know whether it's the content, whether it's the time of year, whether it's YouTube, who knows. So I think it might be worthwhile that we're actually getting out and about soon, and we're getting out of the country for a bit. Sooner rather than later. Oh. But yeah, but if you are up to anything, bung it in the comments. So it's good to see when we get new people in. It's good to see if people come in and let us know where they're from and what they're doing. Like I said, there's a really light-hearted channel. I did answer a couple of comments this morning, just to, you know, people are giving comments to the channel, which is really good, what we like to see. But also, it always pays, just my point of view, it always pays when you're gonna read comments, just, you know, before you maybe having a chat with the person who actually runs the channel and creates the content. It might be worth seeing what their channel's all about. They do these biographies and all that of what their channel is about. So if it's not obviously portraying the content that you'd like to see, then just have a look and see what their channel is about and what they're there to do. So I'm not going to go over again what mine are, but mine are just light-hearted, walking, visiting, travelling kind of videos and channel, and we mix in a couple of other different bits and pieces like Lego videos and food reviews, chip shop review. We do a little mixed bag here, so it's not just all travel. I like to mix it up a little bit. But yeah, just giving an honest opinion. So, but that's what the channel is about. My channel has never been about researching. It's never been about giving history tours, and it's never been about scripted. Everything I do is unscripted. I have no script in front of me, so you're gonna have to put up with how we do the videos. But I would prefer it natural. You get it honest everything, and I think that's the best way to be. And that way, I don't have to remember any lies. And I don't have to remember any scripts, because I'll be crap at bloody reading scripts and memorising them. So, and if I was that good at scripts, I wouldn't be on there. Anyway, we're all there for a little laugh. So yeah. Right, let me have a little bit more slurpless. Another that little rant and whinge over. So, but yeah, but it's just to make sure, whoever's channel and video you go on, if before you bung the bloody, you know, before you bung the comment in, just go and have a check at what their channel is actually about and what they intended on doing on it. Because a lot of the YouTubers will actually put on their biography what they're actually there to do. And mine does state we're there to do walks and travels and have a little wander around and a cuppa. So and some dog walks as well. Yeah. But yeah, but I hope people have been enjoying the videos. Like I said, this was kind of a 2-year project when I started, to see how it goes, see whether it picks up or not. We are getting some subs in. That'd be nice to get more, but you know, that's people's choice, just how it is. So people either like the content or they don't. But I will always do videos as natural as they are. So if you want something heavily scripted and massively sort of like how can we put it, edited and all that, I don't really do all that, and I don't have the time. I'd rather give it to you natural and raw. So that's how we do it. Natural and raw. But at least if you do get out and go and visit any of the places that I do, at least you will see it how I see it. Well, depending on what time of year you go, obviously. So, but we're here for honest chat. So. But clean, nice and clean chat. So, I know this is perhaps a bit early in the morning, so there may not be too many people. So we'll see. We'll carry on a little bit longer just to see if anyone pops in or they don't. If not, I will. If not, I'll leave you guys in peace. So, but yeah, we'll perhaps give it another 10 minutes, just see if anyone pops in. If you do like what we're doing and you're on a mobile tablet and all that, don't forget you can tap the old screen, give us a like. You can always give us a share around those socials. And yeah, and don't forget the question of the day on this particular live is we're talking about X, and as a not as a big named person on X, but as some really small sort of person like me. What do you think? Is it worth being on X? Is it not? Do you really get traction pushed around or not? I'm kind of toiling this weekend whether to stay on X or not. I think I'm most likely going to close the account, mainly because it doesn't really get any traction. It doesn't do anything. So it's I'm not sure whether that's any need really for me to be on there. So, and I don't particularly want to run accounts if we don't really need them. So, but you know, I put it out to you guys. What do you think? Are you on X? Do you use it a lot? Do you find it informative? Do you find for yourself being worthwhile on there? So just good to hear what people's thoughts are on that platform. So like I said, I kind of think that's just more for big names and that kind of thing, and news and that sort of thing on there, I suppose. So, but there. Now, certainly the weather is kind of changing, isn't it? It's really the temperature I notice is dropping at night now. We even had to have the heating on this week. So I wasn't too bad, but the family wanted it on, so we put it on. But it's you can definitely tell we're getting to that point where the weather's kind and temperature is not holding itself anymore. So really into that autumn phase now, and so I suppose it must be, I guess it must be next weekend in the UK where we change the clocks. Not literally change them from away, but you know, we change the time on them. Where we what is it? We go back, don't we? I think we go back an hour. So yeah, so we'll have all that to remember that. I was going to say Saturday night. I suppose that's early Sunday morning, isn't it? At 1 o'clock, isn't it, I believe. So we've got that coming, but it's certainly that change of season. And I don't know, some people, you kind of start to feel a bit lower in yourself when you get winter time. I suppose it's not as bright outside, is it? Hi, how are you? I'd like to try and pronounce that. Sophia, is it? I think I got that right. Where am I from? I'm from the UK. Where are you from? Be good to see all these nice new people pop in and have a look at the channel. We're trying to push the channel along. We've been going just over a year now. I've kind of originally set this up as a sort of a 2-year project to see how it goes. We may extend it, we may not. Malaysia, wow. Well, it's really nice to see you pop in. And good to see you here. Thank you. Thank you for popping in. I bet that's a bit warmer there than it is here. I don't know, what are we, about 11 degrees I think we are here today. That just feels a bit cooler than that, doesn't it? But yeah, so I will be out and about today. I'm not certain. We're going to carry on doing the channel how we are. Like I said, it's I've done it as a kind of 2-year project. We're done just over a year. Have we kind of hit targets what we wanted to hit? Yes and no. So watch hours, I think we're sort of kind of, I suppose, where I'd expect to be. I can't speak English, but a little bit. Okay, I will try and be as clear and precise as I can for you. I'm not sure whether YouTube sort of puts subtitles out or anything like that. And I have noticed on some of the subtitles, sometimes they're okay and sometimes they're not. So, but yes, going back to the channel, we're done just over a year. I'm kind of doing this initially as a sort of a 2-year project. I wanted in 2 years to get to the 1,000 sub, just to get to that point, you know. and then we can kind of settle into it then. But we will see where we are September in 2026, and then we can make a decision what we're going to do with the channel from there. We will keep pushing these lives out, so I think they're doing okay. Do you have Roblox? No, I don't play Roblox, I'm afraid. My daughter plays it, but I don't. So I think I'm a bit too old for that. So I'm in my 50s, so I don't think I'll be playing that. But thank you for asking. Right, let me have a little more swig of this. Now, as you can see, looking through on my front door, it does look quite bright out there. But I'm afraid looking out the back here, where I'm facing the rear of the house, it's sort of looking a bit overcast. But never mind. But like I said, we thought I'd just do this ad hoc early morning one, just to see if anyone pops in. They either do or they don't, do they? So, but I know it's very early for some people. Am I Islam? No, I don't really follow anything. Not really kind of following any faiths and all that, so afraid not. Right, so what was the other bits we was going to talk about? Now, next question I was going to put out, are you still a heavy PC? Do you still do lots of stuff on the personal computer, or are you kind of just just sticking to phones, tablets and that kind of thing? I just wondered how it's changing out there. I suppose, is there really, if you weren't particularly doing a work thing, or I don't know, or editing or something like that, can you get away with just not having a personal computer anymore? Can you just run things just on a tablet or a phone? I'm just noticing lots of people now, actually, just chatting around with people, there's lots of people don't actually don't have a computer anymore. They literally just have perhaps a fairly decent tablet and the phone, and that's it. So, and to be fair, looking at it, I suppose, unless you have a particular requirement for a computer, or you do particular kinds of work and that, I suppose there isn't any need. ZX60, how are you? Thanks for popping in. Can I speak Malaysian? No, I can't, I'm afraid. I can only speak English, and I think I'm a bit too old to learn anything else. So, kind of set in my ways. I'm that age now, so. But yeah. But anyway, great to see people coming. That's really good. Like I said, I know it's kind of early on a Saturday, so I just thought I'd just see who's up and around, and perhaps travelling into do some shopping. I can speak two languages. All right. Lucky you, mate. Yeah, I've never been really great at languages, so I sort of gave up, really. I thought I'd leave it to people who know what to do. Must be good when I see some of these people at work who can speak lots and lots of different languages. American and English. Well, there you go. Oh dear. Yeah, I suppose we should spend the time doing other language. Oh, this is Malaysian language. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that. I just seem to have such a crap memory nowadays. I don't know whether that's an age thing or not, but I just find going through stuff really, really hard going now. You kind of sort of blag your way when you get in your 50s. And I suppose the problem is we get very lazy with it nowadays. You've got so much less tech that does everything for you. I suppose this is where AI is going to go, and if anything, I suppose AI in a kind of way is going to make people more lazier, and but I kind of was thinking about it in my little way, and I just thought, if we get really lazy, I don't understand what you say. Okay, yeah. Just look at this AI thing. It's just, I just thought, are we going to get to the point where we're so lazy that we don't really educate our stuff? But then again, I thought, who's going to be left about then to program and write stuff on computers like AI? Or will we get to the point where AI is actually just writing its own stuff, and then we're really lost? Just a little thought. Did you know you can skydive with a parachute? No, I didn't know that. Does it end well or not? It's interesting to know. Oh. Well, it's good to see people coming in and out. Yeah, bye. See you later. Thank you for coming in. Really good. Oh. Now I can just feel that brisk air, cool air coming in from outside. I'm while I do these lives, I kind of leave the door open ajar just so the dog can go in and out. Because I know when I do meetings online, if I don't leave that open, the dog never wants to go outside until I'm ready to start a meeting, and then she'll be at the door straight away. Or the best thing is when I'm on calls is we'll have Amazon turn up with deliveries. Dear oh dear. Never mind, all good fun in the modern world. So anyway, if anyone has just joined, like I said, my 2 questions of the day that I've kind of put out to people. 1, do you have an X account or Twitter, or I think it's X? And do you use it? Do you use it a lot? Do you put lots of content? Do you have lots of traction on there? Obviously, I'm debating this weekend whether to close down my X account. Like I said, I get very little traction on it. So that's kind of the question I'm asking people. And the second question was personal computing. Do you have one? Do you use it? Are you one of these people that's kind of not really using a PC anymore, and you just use a phone and tablet and nothing else? It's just interesting to see where people are with it and what they're doing. But only once. Yep, it would be a bit of a short parachute drop, I suppose, if you didn't have the parachute with you. But I suppose I was reading some story the other day where someone actually fell out of a plane and they did land, and they did have a few broken bits, but they did survive. So I mean, luck must have really been on their side that day. So we could all do with some luck. Oh dear. Oh, you just can't beat a nice cuppa in the morning. Like I said, well, not so, I just got up. I've been up a little while, but we sort of cleaned up and sorted ourselves out for the day, and then I thought, oh no, I'll do a live for Saturday morning just to see what everyone's up to and what they're doing, and what they got planned for the day, for the weekend. Like I said, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get out tomorrow and do some filming. I'd like to do that. I'm just kind of hoping that the weather stays okay, and what the family's doing. So, because I have to try and work doing stuff for the channel with work, and sort of what the family's doing as well. So, there's always lots going on, and you're always trying to slot in where you can. And then if it ain't that, that's the weather against you as well. So, but yeah, I would like to get out and do some filming tomorrow. That would be nice. So, but we will see. We will see how it goes. I know I haven't done many shorts lately. I must get some more of them in as well. We'll perhaps bang one of them in over the weekend. I might do a short this afternoon. Give you a little treat. I know I will be out dog walking this afternoon, around the farm. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, we should be out and about next week. I've got definitely one place on my list that we'll be going to film. So hopefully I'll be doing that Tuesday. So hopefully we should have the video out Tuesday. And try to think where we are. I think we've got about another week and a half before we transform the channel. And like I said, from November, that's where we're gonna kind of split my time up. So we'll still be doing stuff for free on YouTube as normal. So these kind of things we'll still be doing anyway. But from the first week of November, this is where we'll be starting the member only stuff as well. So once kind of on a midweek, we will be doing either a video for the members only, which will go out to them first, and then maybe in a few weeks later we'll release it to the public, but they will get first access to that first. And then we're going to do a video one week, and then we'll do a live the next week, and we'll just keep rolling like that for the members. So 1 week we'll do them a video, and then the week after we will do an hour-long live for the members only, and then they can tune into that. And again, later on they'll be released, but they'll have the early access to all them kinds of things first. So we'll start doing that. Then outside of that, we'll still do the other bits and pieces for you guys as well who aren't members. So I'm going to share everything to all communities. But we'll see how that goes anyway. And like I said at the start of this video, this was a 2-year project to see creating the channel and plodding along and seeing how it all goes. And people either watch along or they kind of don't. But I always planned on doing this all natural. I never wanted to heavily edit. I never wanted to script. People either like you as you, or they don't. So and it either works or it doesn't. But there, we will see. We will see come September 2026 where we are. Like I said, my kind of target by end of September 26 is to at least have got to that 1,000 sub thing. But if we don't, we may have to re-examine where we are. But there, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We're here at the moment. Hi Trains, how are you? Good to see you. I've been trying to catch up with bits all week. I'll perhaps try and do a bit more this morning. So, but how are you? I'm planning on doing some train bits, possibly next week. So we'll see how that goes. We've definitely got a train journey coming up. I want to try and do that before I go away in November, but we'll see. See how it goes. I was just trying to get the time. Well, I've got a coastal journey that I want to go and film anyway. I've kind of been holding it off, although looking at the weather now, I've perhaps held it off a bit too long. But we're kind of possibly going out Lowestoft way, possibly. But there's a few different journeys I'm toiling with at the moment, so we'll see. But I also want to do Durham to Wyndham, what's it, the Midland, is it? Great Northern, I think. Don't know, my memory's going now at my age. So I'm on holiday next Friday. Oh, lucky you. Yeah, I'm not actually on holiday now until we go away, which is the second week of November. So, but I obviously will be taking you guys with me when we go. So obviously we'll be starting at Gatwick, and we'll take it from there. So second week of November. Look forward to lots of shorts and putting up with me for a week, and then there's really fingers crossed where we're going that the internet works. But yeah, but I will take you guys with me on that. But yeah, we're going to try and get this one of these railway journeys in anyway, and I've got to try to do another one. I haven't really done one yet. I've been planning to do a railway kind of walk all year. I've sort of held off because I know there's so many other channels do kind of railway walks, and you know, you don't want to look like you're mimicking what they've done. It's just a shame because I've kind of been planning a sort of a railway walk since January. And I think a lot of people have beat me to it. But there we go. But the only thing is I never planned to do it just as railway stuff, as much as I absolutely love railway stuff. But I didn't want to do it as that. I'm kind of mixing it in where we... My main thing is capturing, as everyone knows, towns and village videos. And unfortunately, I know they're not big hitters for YouTube. But I'm sure someone will find them interesting. So what I was kind of doing is mixing in a bit of a railway walk with the village walk as well. So I would recommend County School Stationers. Yeah, I've done county school station. Absolutely loved that one. That was great. And you really sit there. I know when I was there, sat there thinking, you know, you'd love to return back time and been there in its heyday, kind of thing. But kind of on them sort of routes, we're gonna, like I said, I'm trying to mix it in with other things, so it's not just a railway walk. But I do want to capture the railway bits as well, because I've got all the time in the world for trains. So, but yeah, so we'll get some of that good stuff done as well. So, but yeah, right, okay, well. Thank you for everyone who's popped in. If you're watching the playback, thank you for doing that. Give me a little like. If you would like to follow me on this journey, please consider subscribing. That would be really helpful to the channel and free of charge, no cost. If you're really obsessed with me, then don't forget you can click the join button, and I've literally placed it at the lowest level I can. Because, like I said, we're not particularly here to make any money, but it does help put some money back in the channel. Obviously, YouTubers will tell you it does cost a bit to do videos. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with me for half an hour, especially on a Saturday. Obviously, it won't be a Saturday if you're watching the playback, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I'll leave you guys in peace. Take care. Have a lovely weekend. Take it easy. Chill out. And I will see you in the next one. So, bye for now.